Hi, how are you? I'm here, well, I'm inquiring about RSO determination for our building. I've been speaking to Teresa from Rushmore Cervantes' office. Okay. So that's what I'm here about.
So what's your question?
Well, I think there needs to be a determination for RSO.
Okay.
It's a building that was built in 1911, and there is no determination.
Are you an owner?
I'm a tenant.
Okay.
And they told me to come and ask.
What's the address?
807 North Avenue 57, apartment 2.
Okay, hey, sorry. How many units?
4. Well, they have trouble finding that address, but I can give you a parcel number if you need it.
You know who the owner is?
Ramen Ikobesh. Maybe he's not that owner. At this point, I don't even know who the owner is, because when we look up the realty company, it's not.
Is it a corner lot?
Yes, it is.
With York?
Yes. There's a business downstairs as well.
It's like 5, 6, 8,
5689.
4 units?
Yes. So
I
there's.
show it as rent control.
It is rent control. Yeah, she told me to, and that it's.
So what do you mean by RSO determination?
They said that they needed an RSO determination because there's several things. Yeah, there's no RSO posting. We never were handed RSO registration.
So there's no, well, I mean, if you're telling me an RSO determination, what I take from that is that you need somebody to say that this property is RSO, which it is.
It is.
It is RSO.
Okay.
It's an RSO property.
Okay. Now, our case was being handled by Ruben Vasquez. I've been trying to reach him, and he won't answer. Who's his?
He hasn't been in, so he's here. Let me see if I can catch him and see if he can see you.
Who can we or who do
Joshua?
That's it.
Media?
That's me.
I'm sorry. What?
We've been trying to find out about a certificate of occupancy.
That will be building and safety.
Okay.
1 second. Okay, let me double check.
Thanks.
Don Ortega of the RSO determination section. He was the one who was asking for it. So it's not just some random person. So it's hilarious. He's in, huh? Poor Ruby.
What's going on, guys?
Hi. We're here because Adam Ortega asked us to come in here and ask about RSO determination for the property.
Okay.
Did he call you yesterday?
Yeah, but okay, I don't know if you understand what an RSO determination is. Do you know what that is? It just determines whether or not your property is under the rent stabilization ordinance. There's no question that it is. It is.
It is. Okay.
Right.
So when we spoke to Bajorquez and James during the inspection, they didn't seem to know.
No, they wouldn't even inspect the property if it wasn't under the RSO.
I understand.
Okay.
Who is in charge for the things that are not in place for RSO then?
What do you mean?
There are a bunch of things that are not in place for RSO, like such as the
posting. So you're talking about your reduction of services types of things.
I'm talking about like the code, like the municipal codes for RSO.
The posting.
The posting being one of them.
I mean, we can send a letter for that. That's not like we're not gonna get like a major.
I would like you to do it anyway.
Okay, we can send that, but it's like again, it's not gonna turn into something where you're gonna get.
Okay,
some sort of
what about we were supposed to be handed registration for that? What about that?
We can.
I'm just telling you since you're a caseworker.
Actually, I spoke to Josh at length on Thursday.
That's
I don't
fine.
know what it was about. So I mean, we did talk about these things.
Okay, that's fine. I'm asking you now.
Okay.
These things are, you know, in the municipal code, and I don't see them being enforced. And I'm asking you now if you can please do that.
Can we give the registration out for the owner?
Here we go.
I can give her a declaration.
Okay. Can we get that, please? Okay, so we're gonna get that for you. Although, yeah, I mean, I don't know what exactly you guys would want with it or how that's gonna affect.
It's supposed to be given to us.
You know that.
Okay, I get that, but at the end, what do you get out of it? What do you gain?
It doesn't matter what we get out of it. We're just trying to, practice our rights here. That's all. Certificate of occupancy.
Right. We can.
I would like to see that.
There isn't one. And if there isn't one...
Wait.
Don't worry about it. We're gonna try and... What was your other issue?
Give me a second.
The deficiencies.
Are you referring to your other case that you opened up? Because that's the one that we talked about for like 30 minutes.
And I remember that
And so the
conversation.
illegal rent increase, we said that there's no illegal rent increase there applicable. And we said the reduction of services because of the bar is not applicable because they weren't there when you guys first moved in.
We didn't have hot water or heating for 16 days. Didn't have a security door for 26 days.
The parking.
And in your thing, you have the email.
We already addressed the parking.
We're addressing it now.
No, we addressed the parking already.
For 13 days.
Wrong too.
It's not the correct amount of days.
You guys said that you guys got it on the 17th.
We emailed you every single date and every single instance that's happened, and we feel like we're not being helped here.
Yeah, we talked on the phone with Josh also, and I confirmed the date as to when you got it, and he's like, yes, I got it on this date.
Do you have the email? So I'm asking.
I have the email
all
from
I'm
February
asking
5th,
is for you to look it over.
And we did. And
no,
so
I'm asking
we
for you to...
We issued the owner that determination to pay you guys $26,
so what about...
which he sent out, and apparently I don't even know if you guys picked it up yet.
Yeah, because you don't enforce it. He had 10 days.
He sent it to your address.
Okay.
And you guys weren't there to pick it up. So how do you expect...
Because our place is uninhabitable.
Yeah, we can't live there.
You can check the mail, right? Yes.
Sometimes.
And then I told you that it's sitting at the post office for you to pick up. And you guys
look, we're arguing about $26 here. I'm arguing with you about enforcement.
You're asking me about the parking. And we addressed it.
First of all, write this down. Take notes. The parking, it wasn't 13 days. It was over 20-something days.
We discussed it on the phone.
Great. You're going back to that. I'm asking you to review it.
Back again.
Well, we can appeal it, right?
I don't know how far it's going to go when you guys already told me that it was 13 days.
That's fine.
So
what about the mailbox key? No, we're not.
Tell you that.
Mailbox key.
If you look at I gave you the email that I sent to the landlord.
So your email says one thing, then I speak to you on the phone, and you say
go by the email. Why did it take you 2 months to get us $26?
Because at first you said you guys were moving out.
Yeah, and then I called you back, and I told you we're not moving out. I called you right back the same day.
And at the end of the day, we addressed it and got.
You're like neglecting to help us, and we are. Cool. Do you know we got served eviction, right?
Well, because of the non-payment of rent, I would.
Who do we pay rent to? Because when I look up the realty company, it's suspended.
Do you know his?
I don't see him ever.
Okay, but I'm sure on your rental agreement it says where to send it.
Exactly. Yesenia Bustamante. Don't know who that is.
On the 3-day notice that it given.
Yes, Yesenia Bustamante. Don't know who that is.
Okay, well you got to follow the instructions and send your check there.
First of all, I'm trying to figure out if this unit, for me to do all of that, he has to follow instructions first. Registration for RSO, RSO postings. Okay, so now 3 months later, you could have provided this to us since day one.
We never spoke about that.
We didn't. Okay.
Lo cerramos.
Estamos cerrados.
All those things.
Mañana a las 9.
We talked about the deficiencies on the phone the other day, Josh, at length.
I know, I was there.
Okay.
Where's the other phone?
And you're saying that those don't count.
The illegal rent increase is not applicable.
What about the gas?
Hot water, or
I'm pretty sure that that's an issue.
It even says in the book right there.
Well, that's why we have code enforcement.
Code enforcement doesn't enforce code. They say a hot water heater that's improperly installed is subject to case by case.
Well, I don't know what to say.
Well, let's see if they can find this first.
You can't. He's not even registered for RSO.
He just paid for his fees or whatever. But
yeah, but he could pay for fees and not be registered.
No, they go hand in hand. You pay the registration
I know,
fee,
I
then
understand.
it's registered.
But
Building and Safety can't find his certificate of occupancy or any permits.
the last permit was in 1949. They can't even pull it up because it's a piece
That
of
I can't
film.
help you with. I don't know what to tell you about that. I mean, that's building and safety.
Yeah, but isn't that something that RSO covers? Is the registration
Whatnot.
and
I mean, that's why we have inspectors go out there and they see that the
but
units
they
are,
when we were
are
there
registered
when
and-
they were there, James whatever his name is told me that's not my section. That's why you're speaking to Ruben. That is why we're
He
here.
pushed it off on you. Sorry.
Everyone keeps pushing it off on you.
Poor Ruben.
I don't know what to tell you guys. I really don't.
Well, somebody needs to figure it out.
As far as what? What is
As
it
far
that
as
guys-
if you don't know what to tell me, someone needs to figure it out. Who's your supervisor?
He's not here today, but
Can you write down her name and number, please?
did you guys pick up the check yet?
Maria Wood.
No, not her.
That's a different one.
Thank you. It's right down.
Did you guys get the check or no?
We haven't. We went to the post office on York in Highland Park. They don't have it. So then,
Did you happen to see if there was a notice on your mailbox?
yes, I took that notice to
Oh, it
them.
was it for that post office?
It was not there. They're like, it's not here. We don't do deliveries out of our office. So I probably have to go figure it out somewhere else.
Yeah, according to the post office, it says that it'll tell you which office that's your letter is located.
Yeah, it was the York office, and that's why I went there. Okay, and what about the certificate of occupancy? You guys can't look that up?
That's building and safety.
Okay, now, these fees he's able to pay them if there's a certificate of occupancy.
No.
There isn't. Cause the only reason why I'm asking and I'm going,
Okay, the certificate of occupancy, we have no registration here with us.
okay,
That, it's a bill that it's sent annually.
right,
They pay their bill.
right.
So that's when they pay their bill. So they
Okay.
pay on time throughout the years.
Well, no, last year he was,
Okay, well, he's paid off
For-
until this year.
got it.
He paid off the John Safco October 8th inspection?
I don't know, but that's the registration.
I guess not.
Okay. Now, Ruben, can you bring me like all the RSO guidelines? Because there's a couple of them that I would like. I don't have them with me right now. You should know them. I mean, you're
Copy of the
the
RSO.
yeah. Like there's a. Here, let me show you.
It's like 80 pages.
Now that I have you here, you know it's really tough to get a hold of you.
You want a copy of the RSO? Is this what you're saying?
Oh, here we go. Thank you. This is super useful. There's something in here about the last tenant was evicted, and she only paid $10.50, which means there's something in here about him not being able to raise the rent because she was evicted. She didn't leave on good terms or voluntarily. Our rent is $12.50, so I would like you to look into that.
Because she was evicted, from what I understand, for non-payment of rent.
Oh, she was evicted for the same reason we're being evicted, retaliatory eviction.
If it was non-payment of rent, then he's able to set the rent at whatever he can.
Okay.
If she got evicted for a landlord occupancy, on the form itself, it's a declaration.
No, I'm not talking about that.
Okay, well then he can set it to whatever he wants.
Okay.
Page 14.
Okay. And what about re-rental certificates? And I want to make sure that I know about
Let me see where
everything.
you're reading from. Because re-rental
No.
certificate has to do with.
Where is it freaking iBooks?
Check that out.
I have all these things here. Of course, I don't have them now.
This one?
Yeah, I'm not sure what that's referring to, but I don't think that's applicable to your guys' case.
Where's the RSO complaint
So
form?
here we go. The landlord may increase the maximum rent or maximum adjusted rent to any amount upon re-rental of the unit in any of the following circumstances. Okay, we know she didn't voluntarily vacate. Rental unit was vacated as a result of a termination tenancy pursuant to 1, 2, or 9, or 13.
I think it's 2
Okay, which is
or 3 or something.
Well, what's the
non-payment of rent. So, in other words, he can. Okay. So,
where's your complaint form for RSO? Can I have a copy of that?
do we have complaint forms?
Okay, well, I know that it's somewhere in here.
Thanks.
It's in Spanish.
Eviction, yeah.
Well, I already submitted for this. Do you know what's going on with this case? I submitted for an RSO complaint for the eviction and the posting not being up, and I also submitted for us not being handed the registration. Yeah.
Okay, enforcement of those, like I said, is going to be a courtesy letter, and we make sure that he puts it up, and basically that's as far as it's going to go.
And what's the due date for compliance on that from him?
10 days, I think. 7 days.
After that, I mean, you're
So when
saying
did you
like
do that?
what's going to happen after that? Say he doesn't do it. What's the worst that's going to happen?
So did you make that? Did you send him out that letter?
I don't think he's gotten that letter yet.
Okay, why not? Because we've asked about it numerous times.
Okay, so your case was a reduction of service.
No, I have an RSO complaint where
That
I
haven't seen that.
Can you look that up?
You have 2 cases right now.
Yes.
Open.
Mm-hmm.
The second case was the one that I talked to Josh about,
Okay.
which was regards to this and the security gates.
There's a
And that one,
complaint.
then I don't know.
Do I have to make another complaint right now?
I don't know
Let's
if
do
it's in our
it.
system. Do we have another complaint for you guys? I
We
don't
made it
know.
at main office.
We went to headquarters and
another case.
mhm.
open.
They opened it on the 30th.
Of course, I don't have it right now.
Okay, so
So what?
if you open up that case, then you do. But I haven't.
Then I need to know what's going on with it, because I'm in a situation now, Ruben, where I am being screwed. Okay, so I need someone to follow up, and I have an issue with no one following up and no one calling me back.
How many times have I spoken to you guys?
No, you haven't spoken to me about this issue though. I need to be, look, you need to speak to me in detail, in great detail, about each little thing that I ask you about, because it's there for a reason. I'm not doing this to come here and pester you or to screw the landlord over. I am doing this because I'm being screwed and I have 2 babies. And from day one, you told Josh that we asked for it, right? Is that what you told him? That
Asked for it.
Yeah.
what did
Okay.
he? Yeah.
He said we signed up to live in
Oh,
a place with
we
bed
signed
bugs
up for
and
it.
no security doors.
Yeah.
If you
How
saw-
on earth were we supposed to know that there was bed bugs there? And I know that's not your issue, even though you guys do referrals to the health department. But-
Like sanitation.
So I'm asking you to follow up with my case.
Okay,
And I'm
and
asking
we've
you,
spent
no,
a great
I'm
amount of
asking
time on
you
your case.
about the, no, you told me that the posting, the RSO posting not being up there, you told me that that wasn't a big issue. But you still haven't enforced it. You still didn't send him that letter.
I don't think that it was. You opened up a case for
I
that.
did with that on there.
Do we have a case
I wrote it all down in the headquarters over on 7th Street. Trying to speak to Jeff Paxton, yeah.
Do you keep a copy of that notice?
I have a picture of it, yes. On my
shit.
computer, yeah.
Damn.
Okay, so I'll send out the letter today,
Okay,
and
It's not on our system.
okay,
but it's not on our.
But we'll,
system.
you know, we'll add it to their other
They
complaint
did.
already.
okay.
Yeah, no RSO posting, right? No posting on RSO?
Right.
No posting with the RSO. We were never handed these registration until today, which means that he can't charge for rent.
And yet he's being allowed to evict us.
And there's a zoning issue. No one can find the certificate of occupancy. No one can even find this address. They can only find it with the parcel number under a different address.
Certificates of occupancy were not issued until probably the
1940s.
So this building seems to be
1911.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's going to be quite hard for us to get an original certificate of occupancy if it wasn't issued.
For residents.
But we'll probably find a building permit for that property, for this property.
Oh yeah, can you look that up?
Yeah, it's gonna take me a while.
Okay, can you follow up with me then?
No, I'll.
But he's not reliable.
He's the investigator. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Try to get this information. I'm actually looking for it right now.
And
Okay.
those documents are public record.
Oh yeah, we've gone and that's how we know they can't find a certificate of occupancy. I'm not pulling these things, you know.
So then how would we be able to find that?
There's one from
I guess you have to go to Van Nuys and over to the public records
You
building and
guys would
safety.
have the same access to the same records that we do.
So
We don't
then
have, like,
how-
the special access to
If
it.
there is no certificate of occupancy, is my unit supposed to be rented out as a dwelling?
Beings.
That's what I'm asking.
No.
Because there's a store. It's a commercial, you know, it's half and half.
What I found so far, let me tell you, what I found out so far is that it's mixed use, residential and commercial. Now, I really can't, I haven't been able to find the actual permit that says 4 units, but there is a permit somewhere that's indicating there are 4 units in the property. The reason why I say that is because the tax records that we have show that there are 4 units in the property.
Okay.
Okay, and the layout, how they're, how they're constructed,
Could
all
it be
that we really can't.
Could it be that the 2 units are supposed to be in the parking lot and the guy never built it?
Yeah, because there's no permits for our apartment at all. We've tried. Ruben Reyes from Building and Safety has tried to look them up.
For your specific unit?
Yes.
That says this unit? Is
Yes,
here?
there's he
For
can't find
807,
any
full
permits.
address, 807.
807 North Avenue, 57 apartment 2.
If you look at the zoning maps, 807 and 809 are in the parking lot.
They're somewhere
I'm
else.
thinking this cheap guy didn't even build the apartments. He just put us on top of
On
the
top,
store.
it was supposed to be storage. It used to be a bank. So, like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. If this was supposed to be for residential or for dwelling, other than commercial.
I did find a permit from
40 something? 1940 something?
Before that, the first one that we found.
1886.
No, from
1911 was
1930,
built.
1920s,
Okay.
something like that.
And what is that
That it
for?
says stores and residential.
Okay.
So, and then after that, it just continues saying stores and residential, or what was the other one? Dwelling stuff.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Is he supposed to issue you an intent to evict form because he's under RSO?
Or it depends on what reason for the eviction.
Okay. Because
Well, his reason is not paying rent.
Yeah, if he's gonna go that route,
I have the check. I mean,
it's just a non-payment of. Yeah, and if you,
what about
if
for
you
the
don't-
16 days of no gas and hot water? There, Ruben.
I mean, that would be pursued by code enforcement.
Yeah, but
He's
you're
putting
RSO.
on you. Who can we speak to? Who's gonna get their story straight? Like,
It's a reduction of service, is
we.
it not?
Habitability issues are enforced by code enforcement.
Okay, so can you put in a referral to James and ask him to call us about the 16 days we had no hot water?
I can't tell James to do that. All I know is that
Why
you guys
not?
I don't work. I'm not a supervisor.
You can't speak to your own superiors? Like,
We work in different units. Now, I know that the code enforcement side has sent out letters to you closing out their
you
case,
know
right?
that they've sent out letters, but you can't speak to him because he's on a different department.
Code
I'm
enforcement
not gonna
closed
give
our
him
case.
direction on
No,
how to handle
you're just,
your case.
this is not you giving him direction. This is him, this is you making it clear, because when I asked him, he pawned it on you.
Okay.
That's all I'm asking.
He can say what he wants, but I mean,
That's not
habitability
even
issues are-
that's not even a professional answer, Ruben. Let's give me a straight answer, a professional. Well, that's Ruben. No, I need to know what's going on. Like, please take notes. This is what I need from you. If you're gonna handle our case, if not, then we'll have somebody else do it. whether it has to be Maria Diaz, whoever.
She can handle it for you.
And you're not gonna do anything else, right?
I've done a lot for you guys.
No, you haven't. What, $26 that took you 3 months? That's not a lot.
That's all. That was our determination. And again, I've talked to supervisors about your case.
That's fine.
It's not like I just did this on my own.
Then all of you
So-
guys fucked up.
Dude, this is. I'm gonna email you. Give me your email address.
You have my
No, I don't
You keep
actually.
sending emails to me,
No,
right?
you said yeah, we had. What I did is I put in everybody's name. I'm not even sure if that's your email, but I would like your email
Well,
address.
I'm not gonna give it out. You guys have the East Office email, right? So you can.
You don't want to give me your email address, even though you're working my case.
You send that email out a ton of times.
So you're just basically you're not helping me. You're neglecting to help me.
If you can think that, go ahead.
You're supposed to. What's going on? Like you were getting evicted on retaliatory terms. We know this. You know this. When we moved in, our apartment was filled with bed bugs, roaches, and rats. Okay, all by the health department, and I know you guys don't handle that. Let me tell you what you do handle. There is holes everywhere. The apartment. Yes, these are all structural issues.
And
There was a gas leak.
You guys opened up
There was a gas leak.
the case with code enforcement, and they.
So who will help me with these 16 days?
Reduction of service.
Reduction of services. This is what I'm talking about. We weren't able to stay there.
$26. That's a joke.
Reduction of services.
What about my
related to
mailbox?
Habitability issues are handled by code enforcement.
What about my mailbox?
That's a new thing to me.
No, you have it in your email. Check your email. Check your email. Seriously, go back and check your email.
The mailbox that you guys don't even use, right?
No, your email. Check your
The
email.
reality is you guys don't even check your mail.
So basically, we're being screwed because we're choosing not to live in an uninhabitable place.
Got
but
it.
It is our right not to live in an uninhabitable place.
Got it. And
because
it's
they're
their
supposed
job
fix it.
to enforce all these things.
Health department did the same bullshit.
Listen, Ruben, check your email. Go back to the day that he sent you that first email, and then I want you, after you check it,
email.
to enforce everything on there if it's on here. Okay? Seriously. Can I get your word on that?
I'll check it.
Thank you.
We have the same stuff.
Thank you, guys.
Have a good one.